straight to my conversation for the day. In some brain on social media. Now here I know me shut down pick as me can mean discuss. I discuss what is relevant and what is educative and what is entertaining and informing. I don't just talk about anything. You see kid you say Anita you say why I need na some trendy. But is it entertaining? Is it encouraging? Is it not defaming? Ebisa questions we nyina nsa na ye de enkomodie no abrem na de attention na weekend here dey Monday me VGMA Charterhouse for I don't know I never conversation maybe na Charterhouse for mercy me because instead of me say nyina bebisa or show so today I have Edem on the show, but Edem is joining me on via Zoom. Edem is joining me via Zoom. Now me Edem be bonk me say Edem now no do hobby near call so nyina wo no. One funny thing that I don't understand is Charterhouse from a 1 week say wow if you say nominate or you nominate you no you have 1 week to appeal. Now wow they we show no who name the right people to be nominated. And no in same day just say enko for people in tiase enko for trans and social media ma me a friend a rab na o say raba o say hwan ma me bo nyum na ye just say enwo me nim ne nyum bi ya ka nominating ma me no new artist of the year say new hwan yeah Charterhouse are you people confused or something? I just don't know. I don't understand what's happening anymore. And for you to even open for say 1 week no provisional where I will feel say was say nominate or ya nominate no bra. I'm waiting to see people who will go. Maybe other people will vouch for people, but say one kasa o Charterhouse say na your sang how nominating me for artist of the year and I say hip hop song of the year I said then and I want nominating to me maybe I appeal for you. I can come in. Ain't ene no me wo Edem wo my home so Edem are joining me via Zoom. Edem wa kwa baba original trend so Edem. Hello Edem, what's your name?
Me tone kapa. I can hear you.
Oh okay. Mpacho I think your background is quite noisy. Can you please mute maybe whatever is around you?
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Is it better?
It's very better. Edem mo akwa babio meba original trends so some because social media is so na nititu na ya VGMA no and I learned say VGMA no you were there from A to Z and at a point I was asking are you part of the organizer of VGMA?
Oh, I'm not part of organizers. I mean as a journalist no I mean, I'm part one way or the other, and also there are some contributions we make to the scheme via voting among other things, and publication of, stories and other things. We are part of the scheme's ecosystem. That's what I was saying.
Okay, so Edem, I think straight to the conversation. Looking at the whole fuse and everything on social media, and for most of people are expressing their disappointment and for breaks. So I don't know where koye mo the many aje, but to social media and not just saying send baby or no men koye. Example, mami a friend Rabina, our man nominating as the new artist of the year. Edem, what do you have to say about this?
Interestingly, when schemes like this come up with nominations, it's not even limited to Ghana. There are a lot of people who come out to express their disapproval, say, oh, Argentina, you nominated this above me, and as Argentina, and I didn't put me on this. I mean, such banters, it's expected. Releasing it, I knew that definitely people will come out. And since Charterhouse is a human institution, definitely there are some errors they will make near the end. So it was expected. Talking about a Rabina, a Rabina in 2009 had one of the big songs in the country, Wajiminkwa featuring Nasi. And we know how huge that song was. Wajiminkwa, every sorry, to reach me point with that song. So we have known a Rabina, but it's like there was a certain hiatus between that time, or the other songs by it wasn't doing well near the end. It's like she took some break and returned with this far. And I think that her looks has changed near the end. And so there were some industry players, bruh, they felt she was a new artist. And I remember there was a time I pointed out to one presenter that this lady has been around since that time. And I mean, for her to come, it came in as a surprise to me and some other people who have expressed, I mean, shock, yeah.
Me viewers need be confused. I think Rabna na confused you on what she says, say her looks and everything has changed. Still doesn't change the fact that she's not a new artist. So yango share a video, no, tete video ni bi yango heba ko yen na ye ba fe we all have a fair idea about who we are talking about here. Then we can proceed. Yen share video.
Be scary by now. Ooh, that things I have.
So Edem, that was the before and after. You see, so I think this is not anything of rebranding, but rather fashion. I don't know if you understand me, because sad dress now, on the other video. No, right now, if you ask her to do that same dressing, I don't think she would do it, because to me, no matter me, I can say any fashion in advancement of fashion, no, and Abana not necessarily say there was a rebranding and her looks and everything. Make I say mabwahima. Ono buy recently yes you see milk no the fine go see here now ono so why cocoa and all that. So people grow and then they get to know that atade bi ana me share sane fatami makeup way pa na me inti I think say Charterhouse, please go back and check on this thing again, because Rabna can never be part of best new artist. I work room, I say, because if you are looking for a new artist, that baby or so you don't let her check traffic or honum, because if she wins this category, I don't think people will be happy about it. And one funny thing again is that let's look at the people who were nominated for best new artist. First one, the last made. Phone don't stop ringing, my friends are when they call him my phone last made. And DJ Malcolm Nuna, J Bad Edem.
Yeah, I know what with a new artist. Hello.
Edem.
I know what.
Yes, dear.
Yeah, I mean, who share the definition for the new artist now, or say the best new artist is the artist are judged by the board, academy, and general public as most promising, talented, emerging artists or artists. The award goes to relatively new artists who release a single, EP, an album that establishes the public identity of the artist within the year under review. And I mean, some strong words in the relatively new artists, promising and talented emerging artists. I mean, these words are very, important when you are considering a new artist. And Usha Sanyo Mana, it wouldn't, you can't categorize Rabna as a promising talent, because she's seen it all before. And Wafina all year return into say, describing as starter. And relatively new, and I think that they can take a critical.
I'm not the one saying it. People are talking on social media, because to even say that J Bad is a new artist.
Hello.
Again.
I'm not mentioning you. We are talking about the scheme.
Okay.
But this is a category release now. And see, I'm talking about the scheme. I mean, I'm talking about the organizers, and I'm using a more definition to talk about it. So, I mean, that's what I'm speaking to. So they can take a critical look at it,
Yeah.
and even going forward, they can look at how the definition of who a new artist is and the kind of people they nominate into those categories.
So Edem,
And
Edem,
I mean,
best new artist
yeah.
of nominees no. Edem Pachawoho.
No,
Say yeah, mama kwenye because you said the voice of the people is the voice of the Lord. You know that.
yeah.
Inti waka say see omo asa category omo nka ho ibi fi ha mo na be yom afim.
Oh, and you film the bedding because like Obia Wababedu Hono, why are there so Wababedu Ho? Because if you look at the things they put in
Now so there are some people and category be no me don't anke best suit or more better than where they put them, because even I have a problem with the artist of the year PCS that not as a person but per what people are saying on social media. PCS that the single EP and or they pre artist of the year, whilst people are on that same category with albums. Edem, is this fair?
Yeah, and I think with the artist of the year, no, you can even just have a single hit, but depending on the impact, the song and you, the artist, you are able to make within the year that we like pace here. So I mean, if you check the various gospel events, big gospel events, and that aside, I mean, other big private events, PSA Esther has been on those bills. I mean, she has created some excitement for the brand if you read the category definition now. And that alone, because to be an artist of the year, it's not song alone is not enough. You, the person, that is the artist, also needs to make some impact in terms of gracing certain stages. You understand? And if you put all those metrics, I mean, look at the event, Waye, both Accra, Kumasi, and some of the stages she's graced since she released the song. I mean, those platforms are very huge. And the kind of people she has come into contact with are very huge. We saw her at the former president's anniversary program. We have seen her at different programs, and that indeed gives her that I mean, what do I put it? I mean, a man of that elevation to be in that artist of the year, but to win it is also another thing, because other things will have to come into play to determine that, because the board, the academy, and the general public will have a decision to make when it comes to the voting. And see, it's an interesting thing to say. She really deserves to be in there. And for me, I think that the new artist of the year, it's very tight. If you look about three artists in there, you could clearly see that. I mean, Sankopo with the.
Edem Obia test message say best new artist of the year.
Oh, of course. So some of us, we have all raised the question. I've raised it on my social media platform. I've raised it on your platform and other platform that she indeed qualifies, because, and I've read the definition out to you. So it's up to the board of the scheme and other stakeholders to look at. I mean, because last year, this is not the first time. Last year, there was a producer of the year nomination. I think Appearances also was left out. It was later discovered that the Obia or was rather the producer who was left out, and that correction was made. And that is why this year, so a week, ultimatum that if you have any, problem with the schema, and as some of the nominees now, present it so that they can address it. And I'm sure that the artists herself on any team, when they see and they feel that they are not new artists, they don't deserve to be there, clearly they will contact the scheme and let them do the right thing.
Okay, so Edem, straight to another thing I think Charterhouse put out, say they have one week provisional time for people who think, say, Uncle was say, or more falling under category mini and from within Kanwa, or mut betting me bringing it up. If you really know, say the why and why do you give that space, that grace so people should come and then convince you to put them on some categories?
No, it's not basically about people to come and for them to put them on categories. I mean, at times, it's Charterhouse, they receive information, people submit. And sometimes when you submit, they have to do their fact check to see that what you've submitted the right thing. So maybe you have released a song which was in maybe 2021, which doesn't fall in the calendar year of 2022. And when they received it, maybe they research didn't cross it out that in Jumno wasn't in the year under review. Then they put it out. Clearly, when this ultimatum is given, somebody or a part of the team can really point out that no, this song does not qualify to be in this category. Maybe there has been a misgenre where they have put a certain song which was supposed to be in a certain genre in some genre, not almost putting it out. Then you feel like, oh no, I think that this song doesn't deserve to be there. And for someone to come in newly from those who are there, I think it would take exceptional cases for us to see those who were not part and didn't submit. What I say, it could be that maybe Nipana has submitted, but there were some technical hitches with the scheme where they couldn't nominate the person. But later they realized that indeed they are the submission and Nipana to nominate the person. Clearly, they have that chance to make that correction. So I'm not sure it's entirely bringing fresh people in to say that, oh, you didn't nominate me. I'm not sure, say, time, they are go through all of them to even, have the skin down.
I just saw Tulenke. Tulenke has raised a concern, say he was ignored in best rap performance at the VGMA with the nominees announcement nearby out, you know, and Tulenke, I was a bit confused because I felt like for him to be able to say these things, no, as just because Charterhouse abie kwine say, wow, feel say, oh, category be also can do to me for one shim no brano. Na bema obia sorry I can say be or sanka me so. What the me shall for me because net Tulenke no about then we just any no boss anyum no.
Yeah. Yeah, hello.
Do you think Tulenke really deserve to be in the best rap performance at the VGMA?
I think you can't the best rap performer. Basically, it is about your delivery and on a certain song. You understand? And he feels that he released a song. I think 2021 he released some night. Something night song. That's where maybe he's saying that he feels that rap on the song, that basically the best rap performance is more technical. It's not about popularity. It's about how you did well. Because when it comes to rap, there are certain parameters. You are looking at maybe the person's dexterity, rhyme scheme, flow on the song, the kind of choice of words the person used. The content of the rap, diction, there, you table all of these things and you look at how best it sounds. And that is what they certainly look at. So if he believes that the song, that rap in the song is exceptional, there's someone like Sarkodie, for instance. I said it on a sister platform that I was surprised that Sarkodie didn't make it to the best rap performance because, in the year under review, song like Countryside, and a couple of songs he released on his album. Clearly, there were songs he really did well. Check out the rap of Sarkodie on Countryside. Check the flow. Check the content. Check the diction. Check the rhyme scheme. Dexterity. Everything a rapper needs to do, Sarkodie did on that song. So I personally was surprised that Sarkodie didn't make it to the best rap performance category. Unless they want to say that, oh, we're winning anti for chance. But for Kasaswa, this is a merit scheme. So you need to merit. So if somebody merits, regardless of the number of years, since you have nominated a person in certain categories, definitely the person deserves to be in the, best rap performance. So there are some, I'm not sure they may get it 100%. There are issues we raise with. And a critical example too is a song like Funny Form. Funny Form, it was one of the most popular songs on the street. So people are raising issues that Funny Form clearly deserves to be in the most popular song of the year. Unfortunately, when the nominations came out, Funny Form wasn't in the popular song of the year. So these are some of the things they can critically take a look at. And I know what, sorry, there is one other thing that we really need to take a critical look at. It's an advice to all the artists, especially those who have been nominated for unsung, those who have been nominated for the unsung category. They shouldn't just be focused on getting the nomination to the unsung category alone, but they should see it as a platform to work harder and become, better in the future. Because to be on unsung means that we should watch out for you. Last year, we had the likes of artists like Gambo, who literally won, who later won, Sugar Lord, Brian Edem Mensah, Vanilla.
Hello. So Edem was really saying some things that I felt like we all needed to learn something from it, because it's in answer the any back for a team. Inti Edem, I think so line no call off kakra, you are back, you can continue what you're saying.
Yeah, we had Roy X Taylor, we had Nautica Kenmaga. If you look at this year's scheme, it seems it's only Chief One who has made it again into this year's scheme on other categories, which means that Sankofona Omunya unsung nomination in Omukodaye and now say, they that promising we saw them to be, they couldn't work at it. So it is an advice to the 6 others who have been nominated. Say you're nominated for unsung. That shouldn't be the end. We won't do Artists of the Year. Even Artists of the Year are still working. So you should work. Don't just be swollen-headed by just getting the nomination. Work hard so that you will be able to, get next year. We want to see more of the 6 people making it to the other categories.
And also, looking at this particular category, Best African Nominee. Yes, Ghana Yanka Africans wanna.
I think Ghana Yanka Africa. But
why was a Ghanaian not nominated?
The scheme... Come again?
Why was a Ghanaian not nominated?
I think that the scheme focused on, because almost all the categories are about Ghanaian artists, the scheme looks at artists who are not Ghanaians. And that has been the focus of that category. That all the Ghanaian artists are all Ghanaian artists have been categorized. So why don't we have this one for other artists to compete with? Because definitely at times when you put a Ghanaian artist in, the chances that the Ghanaian artist will win is high, because one, the scheme is based here locally, and that the scheme, the people know the Ghanaian artists more than other those artists, and fan base so like they feel that okay, this one there, after giving mainly to Ghanaians, let's give this one to non-Ghanaians. So that is how I see that category to be.
It's also known Washa. It's nominated by Nigerians, because I feel like there are other. Hello, Edem.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me see Washa category na is dominated by Nigerians, whilst other countries, whilst other African countries, you know, there are artists almost some people are asking that what is La Bianca doing on that category? Because I knew me and to be I've been drinking then alcohol for then no. Edem Mensah-Tsotorme, did he come at the year and VGM, you know, they were reviewing songs, and I said, I don't get the whole thing. You see, when people raise such concerns, it sometimes puts some of us on our toes to think. And when you try to think, you don't get answers to it. And the way I'm confused here, I know very well that most of the people out there are confused as well. And Original Trends is the show where we try to communicate what's happening on the social media to people. So please, if you can explain something around that nominations, I think
that over the years, that category especially has been dominated by Nigerians, and I think it is based on Ghanaians are listening, our listening taste, because within the year under review, if you look at artists are almost breaking into Ghana's Apple charts. Any if you check the likes of Spotify, any boom play, if you check, artists are almost dominating in the Ghanaian arena. Most of them were Nigerians, and I think that is one of the things accounting for that, because organizers, they also try and source for, artists doing well from iTunes, from Boomplay, from various, audio market, various streaming platforms. And clearly, in our setting, there is no denying the fact that Nigerians have been dominating. So if you are looking at maybe 5 spots or 6 spots for artists, I'll not be surprised that it will be dominated by Nigerians, because it's a fact. When you go to pubs, when you go to parties, Nigerian songs and they dominate than any other African. So for me, it is not a surprise to me that Nigerians are dominating in there. But what we can say is, going forward, they should look beyond just Nigeria. They should try and get other artists coming. But that should not also come easy. Other artists from other countries need to also work hard to be able to break into our streaming circles and our digital space, to be able to be recognized by the various platforms, any organizers of this game.
Edem, do you think VGMA is dry without Shatta Wale?
Oh, I wouldn't say it is dry, but it also adds to it, because arguably Shatta Wale is one of the biggest artists in Ghana. And when it comes to the fan base, he has it. So definitely when Shatta is on, he brings them. And there are some artists that fight, you can never take it away. It's not a negative fight, positive fight between the Beam and the SM and even Sarkodie's, fans. So definitely when he is on, he brings that energy. So his fans that are vocal on social media.
Does it look like Charterhouse is going to apologize to Shatta anytime soon? Because the last time we all checked, Shatta Wale, the former manager, Bulldog, they were trying to say that Charterhouse has disrespected Shatta Wale until they come to apologize to him. He's not coming on VGMA. Looking at Shatta and the fan base, the kind of Shatta right now, no title, so we're filling a whole stadium. You get it?
Oh, for me, I don't think that it's about Charterhouse. I don't think it's about Charterhouse apologizing. Shatta has been Shatta without Charterhouse, and now Charterhouse too has been Charterhouse without Shatta Wale. When Shatta went out of the scheme, they have been organizing the scheme all right. They have had their event space filled anytime they are organizing. So I'm sure that it's not a big deal for them if Shatta is not there. And I'm not sure it's also a big deal for Shatta if the scheme takes him out. He's still making his hit, he's still filling the stadium. So maybe both of them can do without can do without any. They can do.
But don't
without,
you think with this kind of culture, this biggest festival we celebrate in Ghana, like being VGMA, don't you think, say, Charterhouse should do something about it to get Shatta back on VGMA?
I don't even want to put this on Charterhouse. I think that the Ghana musicians union of Ghana and other need to play that role, because I mean the organizer is a business person. The organizer is not forced by any law to include or exclude any artist. He is doing his thing. So if we think that things can be done better, I mean, this is why we have big bodies like Musicians Union of Ghana. They need to step in, because these are feuding parties. Nobody wants to, I mean, control to each other.
The other. I mean,
so this is where leadership plays a role. So Musica can bring the two parties together.
But Charterhouse should also know better. Charterhouse should know better.
Charterhouse should know
that whether they like it or not, Shatta Wale is big, you know. Shatta is big.
But no, so, Charterhouse, Charterhouse had a problem with both of them. Charterhouse had a problem with both of them. That is Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale.
Yes, please.
Then they decided to lift the ban. So now they have lifted the ban. So I don't think that Charterhouse has a problem with Shatta Wale. It's up to Shatta Wale to decide to file or be part of the scheme. For them, if you don't file, it means you don't want to be part of the scheme.
So all that Shatta is looking for is just an apology from Charterhouse. I confuse me.
An apology for what?
House. Say
apology for what?
They've disrespected him. Edem SM president or SM CEO near
disrespected him
for putting him in jail for 1 day. How could they do that to our president?
Oh,
how?
I'm not sure Charterhouse put him in jail. Charterhouse doesn't have the power to arrest.
Exactly.
Charterhouse doesn't have the power to prosecute. To even
put, so I think just by the way, I was trying to put your legs, and I expect Shatta Wale to also know better. Okay. You know, Shatta should know better. We miss you, Shatta Wale. We miss you on VGMA. We really miss you. I really want this to get Shatta Wale that we really miss him on VGMA. He should drop everything. I wanna come Emma or Phyllis say, oh, he doesn't want to have anything to do with Charterhouse. In the Shatta where they are feel, bra. Na VGMA no dey unima just say as me can say at least na can e be so, but I just miss Shatta Wale on VGMA. Edem, I have a final question for you. People feel like PAC Esther is overrated because Edem because PAC Esther nominations no best gospel song, best gospel artist, best female vocalist, best songwriter, best music video, Vodafone most popular song of the year and artist of the year. 7. And then we are kind of 7. We are kind of 7. 7.
I hear what?
Yes, dear. Looking at all these nominations, people are feeling like PSS is overrated and dear.
Oh, I think whoever is not fact. I mean, if you say you are not being fair to.
Edem, don't refer to me if I say I didn't say it. People are saying it. It's on social media.
No. I hear what. I'm saying whoever will say that will not.
Okay, then I didn't hear you well.
You said people, so I'm also referring to that. Whoever will say that it's not being fair to people. Let's say Esther, more, and a bit high. I mean, all the categories are PHA Esther woman. She really deserves to be in those categories. The song, the video, which was released, had 3.1 million views. This is not on Facebook, on YouTube. This is not a fluke. For the gospel artists, even how many 9 months, how many secular artists are able to clock 3 million views in such period. I mean, for an artist to be able to get that amount, I mean, it is good. Just recently, Boomplay released some figures in terms of how well some of these gospel musicians were doing. And she has a lot of huge streams. I mean, that song, if you check the video, the concept of the video, I wasn't surprised that the video made it into, I mean, the best video category. And notwithstanding, the first in the song,
and that was an VGM in and go into other matters. What I say, and because a lot is there to be said. I'm hoping to.
I mean, the song has a good composition. The content of the song is very rich.
Why me?
And you cannot take that. And
why? 7 nominations.
So I mean, she deserves. But I hear what I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Omo in on the streets. Didn't see the Joe Metal.
It will help us. You better win here, and I better second promise there. No. You back and promise at the end bio. PSS stand 7 nominations. 1 year craft 5. I was so in here because hey, after 20 years, in your question, they say, I sister, bra, wow, shame me, problem, no, it's too small for God, okay? Sister, you see, if I'm born, you may end it. Well, born you baby, I'm farmer, 2023, 2022. 22. Nanya Mishra, after 20 good years. It is sister bra maybe the way mu kwa penda na PSS and PSS stand mu fanye nkwanshen se mu mamu ho say after 20 years since Yakop point me see aba be now God can do it for you too. So that's just by the way.